YouTube is going to be a bit behind. There's some latency that's involved, but we don't care that much because what we have is not second by second time framed. Okay, I have this going. All right. So let me talk about what we have available. Somehow have everybody in their frame so I can see everybody's frame and we can continue. So let me talk about what our calendar looks like. Today, I'm going to give you an assignment for the last part of your project. I want to emphasize for the last part of your project that you want to make sure by the end of today that you assign everyone in your group what they need to do. I also want to emphasize that I think from now on that you should document your meetings and what assignments you have given to everyone in your group. Your group will be graded on their project fully. And also, each individual will be graded based on what they have done for their project. I also want to make sure that you realize that you need to look over your project. And even if you haven't done something from your project, your responsibility is to view it and make sure it works. So for instance, even for the VAPI number that you will publish on your website, you will, everyone needs to call it to make sure it works. So I will then share my screen. Hold on. Let me just stop sharing here. Okay, let me try again. I'm having some issues too. Let me share. Okay. Lily, you see my screen?
Yes, we see your screen.
Okay, perfect. So you see everybody there. You see my Zoom. So I am going to what's due. I always go to what's due and I see what's available there. In terms of what's available today, you know that you had the phone voice AI agent that you needed to put in the readings for information systems and ERP. I'm going to be going over that today with you. And the adaptive assignment and the quizzes. Here are additional readings for AI and generative AI. And this is due next Wednesday. Your complete final project, Business Analytics Chapter 12. It will be the last chapter. And I have added this reading here, which I think is really good, of 5 AI technology. Do you know the difference then of these 5 technologies? So this will be a good article for your test, which will be on the 17th. On Monday, I will be giving out the study guide. The study guide, I'll give it in the same format as I gave for the first study guide. All the chapter concepts, along with possible questions for the open-ended. It'll be the same format, mostly the same number of questions. So let's start with the audit assignment instructions. So the audit assignment instructions here is you want to progress the website by adding and updating pages, create service offerings. If you haven't already, you want to upgrade your domain name. You should not pay for your domain name. You should get it as part of it. You want to make sure that your social media accounts are done, and you will also create a podcast based on your URL, and you will then add the VAPI AI agent phone number and chatbot. So let's see what the details there. So I'm going to open in a new tab, and I'll be able to see this, that the first thing is the how-to tutorial. Anytime that you're going to choose something that you produce by AI, like a picture or anything like that, you want to do a small disclaimer. You want to create a separate page on your website for apps, and you want to include a demo of AI tools that will address a business problem, and your AI tool, you will show how you solve that problem. So each person in your group will do at least one video. Some of you may want to do more than one video. And in this video, it should be well explained. It should show your face. And make sure you introduce yourself at the beginning of each video. You want the video to be less than 5 minutes. And it should be a way in which you should explain how someone would use the tool, give examples, and show real-world applications. Someone not familiar with the tool, they'll be able to understand it after watching it. You can also talk about provide the pros and cons of each of those videos, and make sure these videos are uploaded to your website, and make sure that they work. Questions on that? Anything, Brooks or Joe, that anyone has any questions about? So everyone should do at least one video showing something about something that you will offer to your potential clients. You should also have a YouTube account. The same videos on your website, you can make it available on your YouTube channel. You want to make sure that you upgrade your domain name. Your domain name could even be, if you got a good VAPI number like mine of Wismore Biz or the Psycho or USA Manuel. Make sure when you get an upgrade for your domain name that you're not paying anything. Not all names are free. For the extension, .com is free, but things like, I think, .ai is not free. So make sure when they tell you this domain you need to pay for, that you do not pay for it. You want to also have someone in your group do search engine optimization via Wix. In order to do this, you should do this step 4 after you've selected and connected your domain name. Because in order to do that, you want Google to crawl and find your domain name. So in order to do that, you go to Wix, and you can look it up in terms of website and SEO. And you'll need to complete then steps 1 and 2 for SEO. Later on, it may take over 24 hours. You want to check on Google to see if it has found your website. You want to create at least 3 different free services for your website. group, you can do group training sessions, individual consulting, webinars, or online seminars. You want to create then new services, and I'm suggesting that be free because no one knows about you. We want to make it real. Later on, once you get a subscriber group, then you can ask for testimonials if you want. But right now, this is going to be free. You want to create a podcast based on your URL, so you can go to Notebook LM. Of course, you want to log into your non-Google account, generate a podcast off of your website URL, and in this case, use all the pages of your URL. So you'll use your services, your home, your contact page, and you'll tweak it so you're satisfied. And then you can download and convert that audio file and add the podcast to your website, where you can insert an audio player element, set the artist's name and track, upload the image, maybe your logo's cover art, and add the text. Have your VAPI number displayed. So have one person in your group, that person decides they want to do the VAPI. Also, we have this site you can go to where you can see how someone did the VAPI. There may be some issues with VAPI today, but you'll be able to do this. The first part, you remember, and let me just show you this. Let me open this in a new tab. That some folks gave a presentation where they talk about VAPI, so you can see how they set it up. So you can just even look in this case where it's important that the assistants get connected to the phone number. And you see there's two different prompts. There's the first message and the system prompt. I had you for your VAPI assignment just do the first message. But you can add then, in addition for the system prompt, you can add based on your URL, you can add so your system prompt will talk about your company. And in this case, they're just choosing another assistant. You can see on voice configuration, I was just picking whatever they had, but you could even use, 11 labs on that, where you had the choice of a number here, and then you can click on within your VAPI platform, you can talk to your assistant, but you want to make sure that you have that phone number and make sure at the top you click publish. And now you're ready to talk to it. You also want to make sure you take your phone and dial the number 2. Here is also instructions on how to embed a widget into from VAPI and how to incorporate that code into Wix. And we have it in our instructions, but here's another set of instructions, going to settings and pasting that code into the VAPI widget. And click apply. And then in connecting the phone numbers, make sure the phone numbers are connected, right, where you select it, and make sure it's important that you save it. And now you can have it where you can call it, and you can also use it as a text. The best way to look at it is a picture says it 1,000 words. So if I go to, let me just see here. let me go to J, audit, and you guys can go to J audit. If you go to J audit and you go to assignment groups, everybody with me? And let's look at like Intella AI agent here. Let's put it in a new tab. This is by Daniel, our lead TA, and he did this a while back for his project. And notice he has the name of the company with the URL of Intella AI agent, helping elevate your agent. And notice here, call our AI agent. So have someone in your group also make sure you call the number. Notice this one, see how he made the little picture here to match. The Notebook LM, listen to our AI podcasts. We aim to give, and then he gives a little thing of what we're planning to do with AI. And notice here it's chat with the agent. So here it's typing with the AI agent. Here it's calling with the AI agent. And let me say who's on the team. Who is on the team? And let's see. And notice here he says Daniel, Isa, and Lily, our executive director, a finance, accounting major, first-hand experience, investment banking, blah, blah, blah. Great. And then if you look at here, I got the home, I have about, you guys have done that, our team. And then we got Daniel and Isa and Lily, great pictures, good description, the free offerings, our services AI Kickstart seminar on demand consulting, the videos. Daniel had done this on his own, so he has only 2, but also make sure when you embed your video that you also let someone know what it's about. Don't wait for them to click on it, but explore the information capabilities. And here was ChatGPT spreadsheet analysis demo, explore the multimodal capabilities chat. And you can see this was done a while back in a recorded demo, can give complex analogies to spreadsheets on demand. Great. Yes, frequently asked questions, the help center, and contact. And in contact, you don't have to give out your phone number, right? That's the beauty, Kristen. Why give out your number? Have some people spam you. That's another advantage for these, right? Let it talk to your agent. And then later on, you can think about the possibilities is with something like VAPI, is you can then program it to say accounting department. It will then, maybe you want it to go to your accounting department agent, or maybe you want it to go to a person that's in charge of accounting or marketing department as well. But for right now, we're just looking at the idea, what's the difference between a VAPI number, Kristen, and a regular phone number? Is this has attached to it provision AI large language model versus your phone number. All you can do is text to it. It's nothing AI about it, your phone number, right? So that's the idea. And here is a contact message and submit. So what's important here for this project is to be able to divvy it up. Everyone will be graded on their own videos, but as a whole, you'll be graded on your project. And the beauty is, I want this round to be next Wednesday to have this done. Monday, we'll have our exam. And December 1st, Kristen, you will be, as a group, you will be presenting it to me so I can give you feedback. Hopefully by December 1st, everything will be done, Kristen, but we are not having a final exam per se, but we're having the final project due before the final exam is scheduled. And at that time, once I give you feedback, and hopefully it's just a little bit, I'll just say, Kristen, for your projects, hey, it looks good. Maybe change the coloring or something. Listen to our, AI podcast and giving maybe a little more description. Maybe I'll say, use another picture or something like that, something minor. And then what you'll do is you decide what feedback I gave you. You decide whether you want to implement it or not. And then as a group, Kristen, you will record your final presentation with everybody there in your group on Zoom. No password, right? And you will describe it as if you were to a group of investors that knew nothing about your company, that you want investments, telling about your company and showing off your website, everything that you've done. You don't want to make it too long, but it'll be longer than when I'm doing on December 1st. On December 1st, I may even have just one person, just for time's sake, just present it, and I'll be just asking questions. Before December 1st, I will be seeing everybody's website. So I'll probably on December 1st have you focus in on things that I haven't seen. You understand that, Kristen? Things that I can give you feedback on. So think about it as a feedback session, but think about it as, hey, folks, let's get this all done so it will be perfect that Dr. Rush can really comment on what little things that, need to be improved. Questions? So what do you think, Kristen? Feedback.
I think that's a good plan, I guess.
That's a good plan. And also what the beauty is, that's what you'll concentrate on. And guess what, Kristen? After the class, you can say, hey, you want to see my work? Let me send you my URL. Let me send you my Zoom. Let me send you, even when you do the Zoom, you can easily do what? Publish it also to your, live stream it to YouTube. Look at your YouTube. Wow. And I think, Kristen, it's more valuable to send a potential employer or something like that, then let me show you what I did on my second exam or my first exam. Don't you think so? And you can have it as long as you want. And then you can even do it. You have a domain name. If you can even sell it. I've had in the past people that have sold their domain name. It's your domain name. You have it for a certain period of time. You can even sell the whole website, the whole business, and say, hey, you want, go out to a firm and say, hey, you want to take over? We'll be your consultants. You can decide whatever you like on that, but you have something that you can see. Questions? Allie, how's it going? We got it? A-okay?
Yeah.
But what I'm telling you now is I have some students that are doing more work than others. Now is the time to roll up your sleeves, and one is that you need as a group to check everything that is on your website. You can no longer say, oh, that was Mary's part. If the phone number, you got to check to see if the phone number, if there's a video out there, it's not working, the person that designed it has, and everybody else in the group. It's a team effort here. It's your group that you need to do it. But if you will be graded as the entire group project, you will be graded on your contributions in your presentation that you will do for me is you will present a slideshow. And one of the slideshows, you will show me your website, and you'll have a clickable website there, but you also have the last page of your slideshow will be each person's name and what they have done for the project. Okay? And just cheerleader is not enough. Okay, so let me just make sure. Anything else, Lily, that you would like to chime in on?
No, I think you covered it.
Okay. And please reach out. Okay, so let me share my screen. So I think this kind of shows, everybody see that? So you can see here on the phone numbers in this case. By the way, this, which he should have added and that I wanted him to add later, this spells USA and it's basically hug 0. And you think about this 0 here, it can be also even an O here, right?
Dr. Rush, we can't see
Yep.
your screen if you're wanting to share your screen.
Really? What happened? I don't know. I'm having some issues. Let me try again. Share. Thank you. Do you see my screen now, Lily?
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay. I'm having some issues here. Maybe I have to re-download my Zoom here client. Okay. So you can see here, and if I go to my content here, this is my J here. If you look here, that in what's due, we have what's due. We talk about information systems and ERP. So the idea becomes, Kristen, is what is ERP and who cares? First of all, the E stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. So if I think about it, this is the key here in this chapter, is Enterprise Resource Planning. Kristen, what's an enterprise that we all know, that we're all a part of?
Like University of Miami?
Perfect. The university is an enterprise. An enterprise, you can think about it, is an organization that has several components to it, right? And we know that and the problem we had talked about before, Kristen, is, remember we talked about databases, is if a lot of things are siloed that we don't have the full picture. So Kristen, if you were the president and I were your provost at the university, we want to have a full vision of the university, right? So those full visions of the university, we need to have our data in one place. And also, let me just do this. Let me just do my slideshow for my current slide. And also, what we want is what they call a transaction processing system. If I think about Allie, if I think about a transaction, let's think about a transaction. You've probably gone to CVS or Publix where they have you do self-checking. Have you ever seen those, the self-checking, Allie?
Yeah.
Right. So if I buy this is what this used to be, an organic carrot juice, and I have my scan code here. I could scan it, right? That one time I go through that does what? That's a transaction. I bought, right, Allie? I bought this organic carrot juice, right? It was a transaction system, and it basically went through and basically reduced the inventory by 1. And basically, if I think about those transactions, I can have those transaction systems be in a batch mode or online. And what's the difference and who cares? Basically, if Allie, if I wanted to go, let's say, to the Bahamas after tonight, I said, that's it. I want a long weekend. I had enough. I want to go. I go online, right? I want my transaction of my flight to be real time, meaning that when I buy a ticket, I want to have a seat. And that's the case, Allie. Have you ever gone to the airport and they said there's too many passengers and they want somebody to maybe give up their seat? Has that ever occurred to you, Allie? Has that ever happened? Anna, has that ever happened? Can you hear me, Anna? Anna, can you hear me? Are you speaking, Anna? Your mic? Ryan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, has that ever happened that you went to the airport and too many seats were sold?
Um, no, I don't think so.
Okay, sometimes they overbook. What does it mean overbook? It means they sell more seats, they sell more tickets than they have seats. Why do they do that? Because some people don't show up. So one of the things is if I buy a car, right, and I want to have a certain model and make, and I want to buy that car, I want to make sure that that car exists, right? That three people are not basically trying to buy that same car. So in transaction processing systems, that needs to be real time. And here, what they're showing here, anything that looks like a cylinder is called a database. And what we have then is the event, my cornflakes gets scanned, goes into the transaction processing system, and then goes into the organizational database. That's what we call then transaction processing systems, and they're done by systems that are either batch or real time. Now, enterprise resource planning used to be on premise. What does it mean on premise? That they had the software and they had it on the university's computers. Later on, they had it switched to the cloud. And those enterprise resourcing systems, if you look at it, is basically the cylinder means there's a database, and then they have what goes in the database, human resources, the customers, for instance, are university students, business intelligence models, the accounting from the registrar. We don't have probably manufacturing and supply chain. Maybe we have it from our providers. This goes into the database. And if I think about it, one software program that the university subscribes to is called Workday. And guess what? In this case, Lily, Workday is an enterprise resource planning system. And you know what I told you before, that it used to be on premise. Now it's going to the cloud. If I asked you, Lily, what is the trend for something like an enterprise resource planning system like Workday? What would you think would be the next trend, Lily?
Wait, sorry. Do you mind just saying that again? I have some people in the background that are being really loud.
Oh, okay. Have you ever heard of Workday,
Yes, I
Lily?
use that. Yes.
What do you use it for?
To put in my work hours as a TA.
Right, it's the payroll. That payroll system for the university uses this software program. It's cloud-based.
Mhm.
And my question to you is, where do you think this company, with its software, what trend is it going to accept now? What computer? What's really hot now? What is every
Oh,
company?
like on your phone?
Well, one is
like
on
an app?
phone, and what else? What do you think it's going to incorporate? Are there a lot of tasks in Workday that you have to kind of follow?
Yeah, I mean, I already feel like Workday is already more hands-on. Maybe it connects to Google Calendar so it can connect with your
Right, and
schedule.
what trend do you think they're going to emphasize?
Just connectivity.
This is a hint by the way they're traded. So what do you think they're
Oh,
putting here? You see this, Lily? The
yeah,
enterprise what?
platform.
What kind of platform?
like for people? I mean,
AI platform, right?
yeah.
They're throwing AI everywhere. And look at this, the enterprise AI platform for people, because it does human resources, for revenue, so they say money. And what is this? And agents, what does that mean? AI agent. What's the difference? And this is interesting. What's the difference between an AI agent and generative AI? Generative AI, we all know it's something like ChatGPT, right, Lily? Generative AI is like ChatGPT. That means what? You give it, you have a prompt, you prompt it, and what do you get? A response back. You basically it creates then content for you. What's an AI agent? Think about an AI agent, Lily, as a doer, where you're getting basically from prompts, you're getting a response from AI, generative AI. In AI agents, think of it as just doing something for you, doing a task for you. So notice what's interesting here. This AI platform not only is going to handle people, human resources, and revenue, it's going to handle the agents. So you're going to have all these AI agents hanging around in a platform. And guess what? Somebody has to even control those agents. So look at this, manage HR, finance, and all your AI agents all in one place. So everything they can think about move your business. Look how it's just interesting, Lily, for me to see that they are going to try to what? If they're publicly traded, they're trying to what? Increase their share price, right, Lily? So it says HR. HR stands for human resources, that elevate the potential of your people and boost productivity across your organization with human AI collaboration, human capital management, employee experience, payroll, right? And Workday recently, look at this, acquired Paradox, enabling our customers to deliver top-notch AI-driven candidate experiences. Learn more. Guess what? They don't even have the expertise of AI, Lily, so they buy another company. Finance, IT, legal, and operations move your business forever forward, right? And look at this. I don't even think, Lily, that this even exists. Have you seen any of this in Workday? I haven't, but they want to show what?
No, I have not seen this
No,
yet.
but look at this, but they're putting it on their website, right? Look at all these agents, frontline agent, this agent, human and AI collaboration transforms how work gets done. Workday Illuminate, look at that. They had TM is the AI engine that powers our products and AI agents. Learn how Illuminate actively supports your people, enables them to do their best work. And then they kind of go, all our customers get in touch with us. Looks like your things. And what it is here, explore Workday Illuminate, AI powered. Look, Lily, how many times they put human in there? My guess, Lily, is why do they put human everywhere? It's because everybody's afraid they're going to lose their work, their job. So they basically say AI powered, human centric, future ready. And doesn't this look like, Lily, that AI wrote this script? Because it says a lot of words and I'm not sure what it means. AI that
Yeah, it
unlocks,
does.
doesn't it? It is almost hilarious when you think about it. AI that unlocks value for the new world of work. What the heck does that mean? But that is so AI. Tell me, I can bet you, right? We can do a betting thing here. Who thinks that this was written by AI, right? And who thinks, like I always say, that somebody should have read it, right? And maybe Illuminate drives innovation growth for organizations in any industry built on the largest, cleanest, what the heck does cleanest mean? Data set. It means that there are no mistakes with unrivaled business context, but look what it is. AI for HR, AI for finance, AI for IT, AI for legal. So it's not even, and guess what, Lily? I bet you these have been AI generated people. What do you think? They make
They
it look,
look like it.
don't they? And look at this with the, and notice how they make it, right? That I have young, old, right? And then I have, and this one, right, with the sun shining, right? Hey, your people are agents. I don't even know what they're trying to say. This is how you turn AI into ROI. This looks like it's written for my investor community, right? Try it, all done, trustable. But you can kind of, I like to look at that they think that this is what the marketplace is. Scalable, secure, humans at the center. You remember how I used to always say that, right? Because everybody's afraid of losing their job. Value centric, unrivaled, proven, responsible AI builds trust. And here's accreditation, flex credits, aligns, open extensible platform. Explore my AI resources. Your journey starts here. Ready to talk, get in touch. I wonder what if they have an AI agent. So you see here, everybody has all their social media. So you can take trips for contact sales. And look at this, responsible AI agents. If I go to agents, meet the AI agent transferring work. So you can see in this company, what can I learn, Lily? That they think that this is the key. The AI agents for my work day, they'll do the work. What skills can grow? And I guess this is my AI. You can have 4 or 5 skills needed for your next role. Consider them. I guess this is supposed to help me in HR. Works in whole new ways with our AI agents. Look what they're doing for their AI agents, Lily, right? Contract intelligent agent, negotiation. So basically for my legal department, I can have them, the AI, put my contract down, put my negotiation agent out. And then legal, I can do 1/10 of the size of my legal department, Lily, and have them read it. That's how I view it. Look at this, my payroll agent, reduce manual payroll tasks through automation, frontline automate experience in operations from the workers, planning agent, financial audit, automate audit evidence collecting for accounting teams. So my auditors, you see this, Lily, where I maybe have 10 financial auditors in my company, have maybe 2 auditors and help design the financial auditing. Recruiting, boost productivity with streamlined recruiter. Revenue, self-service agent, empower the workforce with instant answers. So it's like those chat bots. Contract agent, talent mobility. What the heck is that? Enable internal talent mobility with personalized matching for employees. So if I have a job out there, figure out what are the skills of all my people and then match them to the job. And then they have the play agents and demos. And then what's this learn business? See, all my agents respond. And so they know now too, Lily, what's going to be important is I don't trust the AI. So AI to enter the new world of confidence. Workday makes it possible to see how we're building trust while we're creating real value. What does that mean? And delivering transformative outcomes. And notice her. She looks good. AI generated for sure. Then we got, look at his hair. You ever seen anybody, Lily, with that hair, with the little flip up like that? That's funny. Responsible AI, human-centric, better data, always ready when you're never behind, risk mitigation, our principles. We design AI to help people. You see the word people? I bet you will find people here all over the place. Opportunity to delegate monotonous tasks. So it says trying to convince people you want to do that monotonous task. I don't, so we'll have it do it, the human. That's uniquely, and focus in, here's the key that they're trying to sell you with. You see this? We design AI to help people unlock opportunities, delegate monotonous tasks, and focus on meaningful work that's uniquely human. Okay, I'll tell you my take on that. My take on it is that we're all going to go to the beach and not have jobs, so we better get some beach chairs. It's going to be crowded. That's my take on it. What do you think, Lily? That was amazing, wasn't it? Doesn't even look like the product that we use.
Yeah, it looks like it's more helpful for like the employer and
Exactly.
keeping track of like their own payroll, not really like the employee and like navigating through
Yeah.
Workday. But
But did you see how much AI, how much human centric, and it's going to do those monotonous tasks. This is the quest that they're telling you.
right.
And they're telling you that, hey, we're publicly traded, so maybe we want to increase it. And it's giving the hint we're going to be reducing our workforce.
Yeah.
Less costs.
Right.
But agents are the key. So I added another article. If you see that, Lily, and for everyone else, for next week on AI agents. What are they? And that's the key here, is we know what the generative AI is prompting and getting a response. Now we're going to program an agent. It's like some of you that are familiar with like a macro, doing all the tasks, telling it, read my emails, select those people, or do the interviews, do the first selections of interviews, find me the candidates that do this, and do it in an automated task. And then I could have many agents, and then I'll have agents supervising other agents, and then I'll have humans, and even the ERP will then supervise the agents. That's what they're saying. It's like looking at their website is incredible. And I had looked at it, Lily, last semester, and it had nothing, it had a little part of just AI in it. But now the first thing you see is AI with all those, and that website was written by AI. And in my opinion, there's nobody ever read it to ask, what does this all mean? Do you
Yeah,
agree?
I
It's
agree.
amazing. It's like value, and I don't know. It's all this vague kind of stuff. Okay. Any questions, comments? I'll stay with you. Everybody now knows where we're going with. We don't have that much time left, right? Next week, Monday, I'll give you the review guide. David Camacho, good idea. I'll give you the review guide on Monday, so you'll have it. Wednesday is your project, having everybody do all the assignments. I'll look at your project. I'll answer any questions you have about the exam. The following Monday, the 17th, we'll meet together on the exam. And on the 19th, we'll kind of tweak our projects. And then I guess the week after, we have Thanksgiving. And then we have December 1st, is you'll do your presentation. Any questions, Valeria? We got it set? Make sense? So this is what I want you to focus in on, I'm not going to do I don't think there's a need for a final exam. In my opinion, my humble opinion, Valerie, 2 exams are enough. You agree with me? 2 tests are enough, and then spend the time with the project, because the project you can take with you. And the projects count more than a test. Okay? All right. So
I'm
Lily,
share my screen for attendance.
yeah. Let me did I make you co-host? Probably
No,
not.
but it's okay, but I can get it.
Okay.
I just put it in the chat. Our next
Okay.
exam is November 17th.
Right.
Someone just asked me in the chat, so.
Yeah. November 17th is the exam. And on November 10th, I'm going to give out this Monday, I'm going to give out the review guide.
Mhm.
Okay, you can stop sharing. You put it in the chat. Stay with me if you have additional questions. And let me stop recording.